Again, thank you all for joining us here at the Houston Premier Arena for Super Texas Contender Series 3, sponsored by Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, hashtag STCS3 on X and Instagram and your social media of choice. Right now, Jay Davis making his entrance into the HPA. Jay Davis has been on an absolute tear for months. He has not been pinned. He has not submitted. And he is challenging, finally, one-on-one for the Texas Contender Series Championship. The championship that you once held, Mr. Hendricks.
Yes, once held. Unfortunately, is no longer in my grasp. And unfortunately for the current champion, he has to go one-on-one with this insane, massive human being, Jay Davis.
Ever since the introduction of the Texas Contender Series Championship, we have seen what competitors, the lengths that they have gone to, what they have done to try to get their hands on this belt, to keep their hands on this belt. Just Nick has gone through quite a bit. And in his probably biggest challenge to date, he is opening up Super Texas Contender Series 3 against Jay Davis. Oh, jeez! There he is! Camera people, turn around!
Great, well there goes the whole budget for the show.
You see, you start getting those big paychecks once you become the Texas Contender Series champion.
Yeah, I miss those. I haven't eaten in a month, Dan.
Was it just salt water and bone broth on that 8th day diet?
I do vegetable broth. No bone, I'm vegan.
Brother Tracy's got the bone broth. That's why he's got all those big ripped muscles. But as for this match right here, Just Nick exciting the audience as he normally does. Jay Davis in the opposite corner, unimpressed with the antics of Just Nick.
Honestly, I understand it completely. I, too, am unimpressed with the antics of Nick. You see, it's just a bunch of hot dogging and showboating. And he got lucky getting into a match that he was not supposed to be.
Sure.
Stole the title away from me. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I hope that Jay Davis walks away with his belt.
Well, you have been in the ring with both of these men. What does Jay Davis have to do to, overcome the tenacity of Just Nick?
I would say he just has to smother him. Nick has a reserve of energy that just never seems to deplete. And if Jay just stays on top of him and beats him down, he won't give Nick the opportunity for the momentum to go into his favor.
Well, these last few months, we've seen Jay Davis beat people down. And the two getting in a scrap in the middle of the ring right now.
I don't know if you want to do that with Jay, but it looks like Nick might be keeping up with him.
Going back and forth, those front face locks. Jay Davis trying to do that smother method, but Just Nick, the champion, stays on top. Just Nick, known for his flashy maneuvers and high-octane action, but he can also get it done in between the ropes.
I'll say that despite a size difference here, Nick also is quite a hard hitter. Not just with his head, but his buckshot lariat. It turned me inside out more than once.
Absolutely. That buckshot, oh my God! Talk about a buckshot lariat, but how about a shoulder tackle from Jay Davis?
There's that speed of Nick. Nick is quite squirrely.
Now, it looks like to me, Just Nick might be going for a quick victory. And that might be the best course of action for Nick in this contest.
I'd have to agree, even though I said that he has a non-depleting reservoir of energy, the longer he's in here, the more abuse he's going to take from Jay Davis, and that's just nobody should endure that. Even Nick.
And that is not to disparage Jay Davis's reserve, because we have seen him in some very long matches, and he is able to put the punishment in deep, but a step up enziguri sends him to the corner, and a big line as the champion takes control and slaps the Rottweiler in the face, which may have only woken him up. And we're on the German Autobahn!
And Nick, not learning his lesson the first time, punches right in and takes another one. That was enjoyable to see.
Jay Davis taking that control back from just Nick in a heartbeat, and a big clubbing blow to the champion who is in the corner right now.
Ooh, Nick fighting back, but trading blows with Jay is, oh man, I felt that from here. I was gonna say Nick has heart, but Jay might be chopping it into an arrest.
That chest is going to be chopped up into chopped meat, chopped liver. Jay Davis into the corner, shoulder into the post.
Nick taking advantage of that. No matter how much of a brick house you're built like, those ring posts are not going to move.
Nope. That is solid steel that big shoulder went into. And that is solid Rottweiler that just Nick ran into. Nick with the pin, or Jay with the pin.
Just a one.
Just a one on that lateral press there. Stopping at the hands. Stopping at the feet.
And then at that big dome.
That big dome that you referenced and that was just kicked in has been the most effective offensive weapon in Just Nick's arsenal. We have seen him with headbutts from the ground, from the top rope. And they certainly do damage.
That they do. He, quite the head.
May not be anything in it by trying to take it to Jay Davis in a strike battle of sorts as he goes up again with the spine buster. We got to cover. Oh, just a 2 count.
Nick's reign was almost cut short.
Jay Davis, an angel's hair away from Texas Contender Series gold, as he stays on the champion now, who's retreated into the corner. Big spit.
That is disgusting, and I loved it.
You could hear that in Pasadena, where we will be in just a month's time for Lone Star 4 at Campbell Hall, where we may have a new Texas Contender Series champion walking into that venue. Just Nick looking for a respite. Oh my God! There's that big head! Covered by the champion. Just Nick may see his opening right now, as it is not too often that you get to see Jay Davis on the ground. And by the looks of things, the champion, Just Nick, may be setting up for that big buckshot lariat.
Turn around, Jay. Jay, look out.
Lariat ducked. Up for a Samoan. Just Nick finds his way out. And a lariato! elbow to the back of the head. Just Nick with the cover.
Ooh, that was close. I said it before. Nick can throw some strikes.
Just Nick might have an arm as strong as his head, which is why he's put away so many people with that buckshot lariat. And another standing line.
Jay still on his feet, though.
Oh my God! We are in for an ear beating. Going for another spinning discus forearm. Oh. And the challenger is down.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody take it to Jay like this.
In unfamiliar territory for the challenger.
But you don't want to back a dog into a corner. That's when they get vicious.
Beautiful lion salt from Just Nick. And he's caught! The headbutt is caught!
He's got him a rear naked choke, body scissors and everything right in the middle of the ring. This is it.
He reversed the pin. That line caught. That line caught. Going for a crucifix. And he caught one. 2 count by the champion. Just Nick is up. Go behind. Jay Davis tries to hold on. Couldn't do it. O'Connor roll. 3 count.
Oh, come on.
Just Nick retains. Just Nick retains on an O'Connor roll. Just Nick barely escaping with his championship. And no worse for wear is the face of Just Nick and perhaps our camera.
Man, Jay really took it to Nick, and I'm honestly surprised that Nick's walking out of here, A, in general, and B, with that title still.
Just Nick escaping what we all thought was going to be a heinous punishment at the hands of Jay Davis. Jay Davis in the middle of the ring now. He can't believe it. He's clutching that arm. It makes you wonder, at what part of the match did that shoulder, that arm, probably when he took that shoulder into the post, was a huge turning point, and Just Nick was able to capitalize on that.
Jay is infuriated. This is the first time he's taken a pinfall loss.